All right, everybody, this is an exciting week. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to today's reading. A couple of announcements. Tomorrow during our Ascension group and during Pathfinders, we are really going to work on aligning to your mission and purpose. We have a new moon happening. New moon, it's a very powerful portal and kind of jet fuel for your spiritual awakening and your spiritual ascension. We're going to work on alignment. Okay, we're going to work on aligning with your mission and purpose. If you haven't joined the Ascension group or Pathfinders, there's links in the description box below. Also, next week, we begin our spiritual business class. And so the purpose of that is to help you align with your mission and purpose and give you the tools to launch. All right, so that's happening next week. All of those links are in the description box below. Really powerful week. We also have a Mercury retrograde, so just FYI. Okay, so there could be, all apologies, if there's a little bit of snafus or whatever this week. We will work extra hard to make sure that we are connecting with you and making things right. Okay, all right, so apologies in advance if anything goes off sideways. Okay, let's see where we go. Your great wave awaits, for real. Fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. Wow, how prescient is that? Trust and act accordingly. Now, a lot of times, hi Maze, a lot of times when we have, she's an Aries. So here we are in this new moon in Aries energy. And a lot of times when we're in this strong energy, it is square to Pluto. Just saying. So this is like powerful transformation. Square energy, if you're in my astrology class, square energy is about tension and kind of like a pressure cooker to forge, right? Heat forges, heat brings things together and bonds them in a way that is happening right now with this Aries 29 degrees new moon on the 19th and into the 20th, depending on where you are on the planet. And that is going to be like sort of a leveling up in a very, what's the word? Like kind of fiery way, right? Like, so there can be disagreements, there can be arguments, but nothing that is out of alignment with your highest good, with your mission and purpose on this planet may be allowed to stick around. Okay, so if you are in situations that you feel like, hey, listen, I've learned the lesson, right? This karmic pattern or dealing with these soul contracts, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I do not need another round of this. Thank you very much. I am in alignment with my purpose moving forward. Then there could be some kind of flashpoint where people or situations leave your life. This is a super powerful energetic time period. So let's see what's going on for the reading today. Let's see. I'm going to put some teaching videos up this week about these things. So we won't be doing the May readings, the full zodiac readings, until next week. So this week we're going to be doing something else, a little bit different. Okay. Underneath is the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. So, through kind of hardship or through kind of loss, a new thing is forged. This is the Ace of Wands. That's fire energy. So anything that drops out of your life is leaving space for expansion, right? There's now place for new people. There's, like we've gotten some big energies out of the way. I don't really think that you have a finite sort of energetic bandwidth for people. I really don't believe that. But I do think certain people can be blocking. I do. Okay. So let's see where we go here. 2 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Fool. There's that brand new energy. The World. Wow. Okay. I keep getting this Fool and World coming out together in readings. King of Wands right in the middle. That's pretty powerful. The 9 of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Come on back here. Queen of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the Chariot card. That is definitely fast moving forward energy. I like this passionate, powerful vision. The Queen of Swords is very visionary. And this is the flashpoint I'm talking about, the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is harsh words. It can be anger. It can be frustration. And as it relates to a relationship that kind of is stuck, like if we're still stuck, if we're still at the Two of Cups, right? Relationships that grow are the ones that stick around. The ones that get kind of leveled off at a certain place, they may be in your life for a long time that way, but there's not a lot of growth there. And soul contracts in this lifetime are meant to foster growth. We're not meant to sit. And it's possible that in the 20th century, there was a lot of just sitting. All right. Because in this 21st century, as we pass that Rubicon into the year 2000 and then 2012 and 2008 was a big deal, 2016, as we passed into these, I feel just this kind of speeding up. Okay. You're really tied to timelines because you're still stuck in the energy of what was going on. Like you're still angry about something. So you keep ruminating about it. You keep having this same old conversation with the same person over and over again. If you have people in your life who don't learn, they don't grow. And if they don't learn, generally that means that they're not integrating new information. So that's one of the things that I know is part of my pantheon of lessons is really about, intellectual curiosity and looking for information, and whatever comes, you can move in the direction of growth. If you're only looking for information that kind of serves a belief that holds you fast in one place, not growing, not learning, stagnating. Okay. That's a very stagnant energy. And we all have people in our lives are like that because they fear being shown that they were wrong at one point. But here's what I'm going to tell you about that. I don't really feel that's true. I feel like if you have one experience, a few years ago about something and you formed an opinion about that, and then years later you see that now has changed, it doesn't mean you were wrong back then. Okay. It means that this was the energetic signature of that time. And this was all that was presented to you. And this was the lesson at the time. Now the lesson is different. So, you definitely come across people who are like, well, I can't ever change my mind about something because that would mean I was wrong all the way back here. Not necessarily. I feel like that's a very harsh way to live. And, you get stuck in timelines because there can be an unwillingness to bring in new information that may be like, oh, wow, that's not something I considered before. Or, oh, that shows a belief I have that needs updating. Let's not be so harsh with ourselves, okay? It just needs updating. That's what growth is. We're not being like, oh, God, I've been wrong my entire life. Can we stop with that, please? Okay. So getting stuck in timelines just means you're kind of stuck to that story. And if the story never changes, the timeline never changes. Okay. So Knight of Swords, let me clarify that. Because there's 8 of Wands here is about story, and so is the Queen of Swords. So I almost feel like there might be somebody here having a massive epiphany. Page of Swords, right? That's a message maybe coming through. Mercury in retrograde can be about revisiting old stories. Okay, too. It's not just about, oh, my email got to the wrong person. It can be about revisiting stories and rethinking and reconsidering. Okay, and that's a big possibility of change. 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Devil energy. I really get the strong feeling that this new moon in Aries, 29 degrees. 29 is a very karmic degree. It is also square to Pluto, which is about transformative energy, very fast change. So we are purging any kind of storylines or any kind of energies that are not aligned with our future purpose. if you are working on aligning yourself with future purpose and then doing something to step into that leadership, can you just sit down, please? Um, she's very restless today. Um, if you are not doing that, if you are not working on that, or if you are, I'm sorry, if you are working on that, then the situation around you is going to change sooner or later. Because if you're aligning yourself with a future purpose, you fall out of alignment with the old stuff. And so those people, those situations leave. They have to. They're not energetically being supported. You're not in alignment with them. And I feel like some of you are really purging very toxic energies, very karmic energies, karmic stories that you have always aligned with that now you're not aligned with anymore. So those don't stick around. The energies of poverty or the energy of lack consciousness is also not sticking around. When you have a really cool idea that you want, that really aligns with where you're going, that poverty consciousness doesn't really play a role. You can go, I feel like a lot of people do fall back into poverty consciousness when they get great ideas, when they get their kind of cosmic calling card of where they need to go next. They can fall into this energy of, oh, I don't think I have the money to do that. Oh, I'm never going to be able to have the time to put to this. Oh, yeah. And then the energy gets lost out of these brave new world kind of ideas. And I just feel like with this is constantly showing up, the world and the fool constantly showing up. I clear my decks all the time. It's been showing up, not just this deck, other decks. And it's giving us the fortitude. You may even have, if you are really purging the energy of that's been holding you back, people can leave. People can now make space for new people who are positive, who see your potential, who see your joy, who see all these good things in that alignment. Don't fall back. All right. Don't fall back into that kind of anxious, nervous making. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I don't think I can do it. Whose story is that? Do you have someone telling you that you can't do it? Those people need to go. Okay. Even if just energetically you're like, okay, I can't spend time with this friend because they're so Eeyore. They're so much about the past. They're like, well, you've tried 2 or 3 other businesses and they've never worked. Yeah. And you're going to continue to try. And as the more in alignment you are with those future, not even, I mean, I'm using the word business. I feel like what I should be saying is, your true alignment brings you to the place where you're stepping into leadership. Aries. Okay. We are in Aries new moon. Got to step into my leadership role here. That brings other people to you who need what you have to offer. If you are in the energy of service and helping, it will grow. If you are at the same time in alignment with your purpose and mission, it will grow. Okay. Those things, that's just an energetic law of the universe. And I do feel like some of you who have not been able to do it have been held back by stories from the past. And those stories are being purged. We're stuck in old stories, purge. Okay. 9 of Swords. The cool thing about this devil energy, before I clarify that, the cool thing about devil energy is you can walk away because you created this. You created this by attracting people into your life who support the karmic story of holding back, being in severe doubt, being in fear, being in pressure, being in addiction, being in any of those things. You had supported that in the past, no more. All right, 9 of Swords, we're clarifying the anxiety here. Tower, holy molies. 10 of Cups, Hanged Man, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, this person, this King of Wands right here in the middle, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. We're in the Aries new moon. I love this Queen of Swords, the ideas. Queen of Swords is about seeing things clearly, and Chariot is about fast momentum forward. I feel like this person, I don't know if you have ever been truly supported, energetically truly supported. And when you see the people in your life who are holding you back, and it's only because you've given them permission. You've given them permission by them having this storyline about you, and you're like, yep, that's right. They must be right because they know me. They've seen me all these years. They've had their kind of finger on the pulse of things. No, it serves their very narcissistic purpose. You hear me? I hope so. Because I'm not saying that they're a narcissist. What I am saying is some people don't like other people succeeding. Some people are afraid of other people stepping into their mission and purpose because that shows them up. And it doesn't have to be about business. It can be stepping into a nurturing role. It can be stepping into a way of behaving, a way of embracing your alignment as a beautiful soul, an enlightened soul, an awakened soul, an expansive soul, a happy soul. People who are miserable don't like to see other people happy because it puts pressure on them that they have to do work. And maybe they don't want to. Maybe they're more happy in their miserable mishigas here. You don't have to stay there. You don't. Because there's such beautiful energy moving forward here. This is seeing things differently, seeing things through like, oh wow, what if I leave that story behind? This person, by the way, doesn't even have to be alive for their story to reverberate in your brain. They don't. I have a friend who found a cardinal feather in her dishwasher. She's like, how did it get there? My cat doesn't even go outside. How did it even get there? And I was like, well, cardinal energy. Cardinals are the energy of ancestor. Right? So ancestors are coming through saying, hey, you can free yourself from this. You can free yourself from any kind of message that came from somebody who might not even be alive anymore, right? Like you can do that. You can do anything you want. King of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Star. King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. There's some really beautiful healing energy around Pentacles. And I talk about business and I talk about, that's been my experience here, is that when you heal from these stories, you create financial resources. Let's just call them resources, because this can be time. This can be, all of a sudden I have time to do what I need to do. And I'm talking about it, right? I'm talking about my new story, and people are like, hey, that's really cool. I'm going to support you. I'm going to support the channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Hitting the like button means more people get to see the videos, right? Like you're being supportive of something. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with money, but I think there's also a healing coming along in terms of lack mentality and self-worth. What do you feel you're worth? If you don't feel very much strong self-worth, the story you're telling is supporting that, and that's something that keeps resources away because it's not in alignment. Okay? So I love this, that we're now getting to the point of a healed relationship to resources. And 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. That's who this King of Wands is. This is somebody who has healed the energy of their own resources, healed the energy of their own inspiration. They're stepping into that leadership role, maybe inspiring you. I know I'm on a roll when I have to take my shoes off. Like I have to get the, I do it all the time. There's like 15 pairs of shoes under this table. So, and I love this Aquarian energy in the middle here, that there's definitely a true alignment with this person, and also you can be the King of Wands. You can be the King of Pentacles. It does come from story that maybe you were out of alignment with this, this very prosperous and sort of expansive kind of energy here, that 5 of Pentacles. This idea is bringing about excitement. Oh, what if we could do this? What if I could do this? Oh, wow, what a great idea that is. That's energy that draws people to you. Okay? So I do love this. I'm gonna continue with this reading. I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign in the extended, and we'll talk about that. I'll give you some guidance for each zodiac sign. I'm starting to do this in all my extendeds, a full Celtic cross that gives you a lot more depth about this reading. So that's what we're going to do. And I will look at blocks and we'll see where we go. Okay. All right. If you want to continue on with me, there's a link below. If you're part of Pathfinders, we're just going to keep going.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.